Sergeant Major Odell Tucker, a 30-year retired military officer living with his son, Neil Tucker. His wife, Neil's mom, had died some years back from a terrible sickness. One Sunday afternoon, while sitting down to enjoy his favorite NBA team, Sergeant Major Tucker was interrupted by Neil reminding him that next Sunday is Easter and he was planning on attending the church service. Neil, being a Christian, would always try to help keep his father's spirits lifted. This particular Sunday, for some reason, Sergeant Tucker was a little bit over the top, and Neil's best friend, Denzel, coming over to watch the game didn't help Neil's case, because Denzel loves watching the games on Sunday with Sergeant Tucker, and they both root for the same team.
Hey, Neil, where's the remote? I want to turn on the game. Oh, there it is. I wonder if Elliot would come ready to play today.
I don't know. They've been on a long losing streak lately. They might not make the play-in game for the playoffs. Anyway, you know next Sunday is Easter.
And?
Will you be joining me?
Sergeant Major Odell Tucker will not be reporting for that duty.
Really, Dad?
What up, Neil? Hello, Major Sergeant Odell Tucker, sir.
At ease, Denzel.
Come on, team. Y'all can do it. We need to hang another banner of those Raptors.
Hey, Denzel. I was just sitting here talking to Dad about going to church next Sunday on Easter. Are you going?
Absolutely. Only if LA not playing.
Really? It's just a game.
I'm just kidding. Sergeant Tucker requesting permission to speak, sir.
Go ahead, Denzel.
You should join us. I know we're going to have a good time. We can always record the game for later.
I see enough of you guys here. Besides, I'm a good person. I don't bother anybody. I serve my country. I know all about sacrifice. Besides, if God loved me so much, he wouldn't have taken my lovely Betty. You two guys go ahead and say a prayer for me.
Dad, being a good person is not the same as salvation. You are very honorable, but we cannot compare patriotism with Christianity. I know you miss Mom a lot, but yet, being angry and blaming God, that is not right. God does not make any mistakes.
You tell that to my broken heart. Please, let me finish watching the game.
The next Saturday night, while sitting in his room, Sergeant Tucker was flipping through the TV channels when he came across the news station, then a rerun talk show, and then a Bible story movie about Jesus Christ. He paused and began to watch.
Everyone, you know what time it is. It's time for the Reggie Taylor Teen Talk Show. And now your Teen Talk host, Reggie Taylor!
Hello, everyone.
I do this so that you may receive him who sent me. And whosoever receive him who sent me receives me. Daughter, have no fear, for nothing covered will not be revealed, and nothing hidden will be made known.
The crowd opens to reveal the woman covered in blood reaching up to Jesus. He then saw one of the disciples push her back and say,
Back, woman. He shall not heal you. Back.
Help me, Lord.
Back, I say.
Heal me, Lord.
Lord, my wife
Back,
and my
woman.
son, Lord,
Who
please
touched me?
help us.
I know your truth, daughter. My Father loves you, and he has sent me to heal you and to let you know about his love, so one day you may sit with us on his throne.
My truth, my Lord. My truth is I'm tired. Options are few. I'm trying to pray, but where are you? I'm all churched out, hurt and abused. I can't think what's next to do. Truth is I'm weak, no strength to fight, no tears to cry. Even if I tried, but still my soul refuses to die. Oh Lord, one touch will change my life. Take me to the King. I don't have much to bring. My heart is torn in pieces. It's my offering. Take me to the King.
In that moment, Sergeant Tucker thought about the terminal illness his wife had suffered and how he prayed for her night and day for God to heal her, and how in the end she died. The pain, the disgust, and the anger that filled his heart made him believe it was too unbearable. But we all have a truth in the eyesight of God, and that is his overwhelming love covers all our unbearable pain, and we must trust him even when we do not understand. The sergeant major finally accepted. It was her time to go see the King.
Truth is, my Father in heaven loves each and every one of you. And I came that you may have everlasting life, and that you may rest with me on high in my kingdom. Go, daughter, your faith has healed you.
My Lord.
The guards whipping Jesus as he carries the cross. The crowd yelling out to Jesus. The guards yelling at Jesus. Then, midway to Calvary, Jesus falls to his knees from the weight of the cross. Simon helps him carry the cross the rest of the way, as the guards are yelling at the crowd. guards place a crown of thorns on Jesus' head.
Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. Father, please forgive me. I know it's about more than just about being a good person. I accept your son into my life. I want to be saved. I know now that you love me more than I will ever know. I know you don't make any mistakes.
The next morning, Sergeant Tucker comes into the living room fully dressed and ready for Easter service, where Neil is sitting with Denzel having a cup of coffee.
Good morning, you guys. Beautiful Sunday morning, wouldn't you say?
Whoa. Yeah, it is. What's gotten into you? You seem pretty chipper today. What happened? Your team make the playoffs?
No. But I'm glad to be going to service because Jesus suffered, bled, and died for me.
I realize it's appointed once unto man to die, and my Betty is no different. She's with the King, and I'm choosing to live my life the same way. Why aren't you dressed?
I'll be ready in 10 minutes.
Chop, chop. Hurry up. We're going to be late.
lives. He 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 lives.
To God be the glory. Hello, everyone. I'm Deacon Michael Alexander, the director and co-writer of our 2022 spring production called The Cross, The High Price to Change a Life. Special thanks to our pastor, Benny L. Yarbo, and First Lady, Kawana Yarbo, to our entire St. Paul Missionary Baptist Church family, and to the entire production crew. Last spring, we did a Easter skit production called Marketing Easter. And we used a character in that skit named Neil Tucker. Now, he was dealing with his teenage son, helping him to understand the real meaning of Easter, because his son had questions about all the marketing ideas and the different things that companies were doing to sell Easter candy and things like that. This year, we dealing with Neil and his dad, Sergeant Major Odell Tucker. And they're both dealing with the loss of Neil's mom, but Sergeant's wife. And we understand that Sergeant has become kind of angry and kind of frustrated and kind of mad at God about what happened. And the thing about it is, he knows God, but he still resent losing his wife. And Neil is trying to help him through that. Now, I can recall in my life personally, the first time that I had to deal with the loss of a loved one. And it was in 1981 at my grandmother's funeral, which was Mrs. Toya Hurd McCullough. And I remember at the gravesite when they had brought all the family around, my mother, aunties, and my uncles, and they were sitting at their gravesite just before they lowered the casket. And when they lowered the casket and it started to go down, I heard my mom holler with such excruciating pain that it shot right through me. And my eyes began to immediately well up and start sobbing. Now, I love my grandmother, but I felt the pain through my mother of the loss that she was experiencing. And that was very heart-wrenching. Now, another point in time in my life was in October 2002 when my mom called me and said, well, I need you to take me over to the hospital. They just called about your dad. And he had had a heart attack. And we went in to view him because he had died. And my wife, my mom, my wife, and myself, we walked in there. And to see someone who was in my life who I thought was invincible to be slumped over in a hospital bed, motionless, lifeless. And I tell you, we all began to sob very, very much. And later on, when we went to go make the funeral arrangements, we was talking with the funeral director, Mr. Range, as some of y'all may very well know. He pulled me to the side and he told me, he said, well, you know, when you have a spouse who has been together for many, many years, that usually if the one that's left behind make it through the first season without them, they're going to be all right. But if they're going to go, usually it's in the first season after losing their mate. And you wonder, well, why is that? Because it's not like they have the same physical or ailments or mental ailments or anything, but it's because basically of a broken heart. And that can be very, very tough to deal with. And as we looked at our skit here with Sergeant Tucker, he didn't give any visible signs of being sick of anything or any mental signs, but we know late at night when he was alone by himself, he was spiritually broken as well as heartbroken. And as he was sitting there, just like many of us walk around every day like everything is okay, but when we're alone by ourselves at night or when we by ourselves, period, sometimes we break down because we haven't really found peace to deal with that loss. But as he was watching the television at night, he was looking at the story of Jesus, and he seen in that moment that when Jesus was helping the woman with the issue of blood, how when he said to her, "You are healed by your faith," how that those words, "you are healed," and a lot of us who are dealing with several issues just like the character need to hear that you are healed, because we know that by his stripes we are healed. And as he began to realize what had happened, he knew that his Betty, his wife, all of us are appointed once to die. All of us has to leave here. And all of us is going to leave somebody behind. But when he realized that it was just her time or her appointed time to see the king, he realized that he had to do what he had to do with the rest of his life to move on and live for his best life, live his best life that he had left. And that's what I'm hoping that this meaning of the story is, that wherever you may find yourself in life, whatever pain or whatever suffering you may be dealing with, or whatever issue or whatever is going on in your life, that you find your way to the Lord to hear those words. You are healed. Again, you are healed. And we thank you for tuning in to this broadcast. We hope it has blessed your heart, and we would love to hear from you. You can like us on our Facebook, but we would like to hear a comment from you. And if you're dealing with something that you would like for us to pray for you about, just put in the comments. Put your first name and put "pray for me." And we'll be sure to add you to our prayer list and intercede on your behalf before the Lord. But remember, God above can change your life, and you can be healed of anything you're dealing with. Again, we thank you for tuning in to The Cross, the high price to change your life. And if the Lord say the same, hopefully we'll be here next year with another story to hopefully impact and encourage you, and you. Again, thanks to our pastor, Pastor Benny Yarbrough, and First Lady Karan Yarbrough, and our St. Paul Church, Missionary Baptist Church, Joliet.